And we're live. Hi, Christina. How are you?
Hi, Julie. I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm great, great, great. Thank you so much for giving me this little bit of your time. Hello, everyone that's going to be watching. This is well, it's weird because I'm coming live on a Thursday, but today I'm not working. Yeah, and so if you are watching us now or on the replay, let us know where you're watching from so we can say hi or say hi to us. And every week I bring another different partner every week, every different business partner that has something to share. And today it's Christina. We've done this before, but so many things happen, right? The online world moves fast, and we have to keep up with that.
Exactly.
So yeah, and well, we are doing so many things in our community, and specifically, we started last year, and now we transitioned to this new year, and we're working together. Although we are not. We are business partners, but we're not related by the business. But we're related by the community, and because we always talk about this community, although we work online, and sometimes it might seem some solitary maybe, it isn't, because there is such a bond in the community with people that we create bonds without even knowing. This is how I met Christina, so I would like her to to let us know a little bit more about herself, and what has changed since the last time we talked about the business, because I know a lot has happened.
Mhm. Thank you so much, Julie. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Cristina Zaharia. I'm a teacher by trade and by heart. I am originally from Romania, but I have lived in Canada for almost 25 years. And thanks to my friend, who is now my coach, Yana Chimpuero, who just like a carrot. She would just like, here, my business is just awesome. But I have been through so many different other businesses that I just knew that I'm going to go my own way. And I started and I stopped so many businesses until this past December I decided to go full in, even though I have signed in this business in 2021. So you asked me what has changed. What I love about our community is the opportunities that you are given to step outside of your comfort zone. I
Yeah.
was able to volunteer to be a host on a Zoom and now on our training platform for almost 400 people. And that is huge for someone who just used to just do live, just the feeling that I'm talking to just one person, to just now have almost 400 people to talk to. So for me, that was a big thing and something that pushed me out of the comfort zone.
Yes, yes, and it's true, it's true, and I can relate the same thing, because I work corporate, and not in my work. It's not that I have to speak with audiences, or anything, but because you said you were a teacher, for me, that it looks like it would have been easier for you, because you're used to being in front of a class or a group of people, but maybe not necessarily, because it's a different level, and you are sharing a different experience. You're teaching maybe like your audience is different, definitely, because here you have to be an adult to do a business, of course, but it's incredible how maybe even if you're used to doing something, you're still stepping out of your comfort zone, right?
Mhm. And you know, as you talked about teaching kids, but when you teach kids who are grade two or fifth grade, it's a totally different game. They come hungry to just absorb everything that you tell them. They're there, they're curious, and they want to do that. But what I find with adults, they need to break through a ceiling or a limit that many of us set on ourselves without
Yes,
realizing what we're capable of. So just
yes.
trying to, and we are not in the convincing business, but you just want to help more people, and that is the one thing that remains in me, because as just the same as I help kids learn new knowledge, that's how I want to continue to teach other the benefits of this business and the advantages that this business offers.
Yes, and you said something that I absolutely agree with, and how we are, everybody's has a timing, a certain timing. There are so many people that are looking for something, that want to start a business, but they're not necessarily ready, which is probably the big difference when you have a classroom full of children, right? That they're hungry for knowledge, like you just said, and they're willing to learn. See, as adults, it's the same thing. Yes, I want to learn, I want to know how to do this, but am I ready to actually really step in and make that decision? And if there's something that stuck with me from last Saturday's session, actually, that Nandini shared with us, was when she talked about it takes one decision for you to change your whole world around. And I think that's what's been happening to me lately. But when you think you're ready, maybe you're not necessarily ready. Sometimes there are things that shake your world around, that make you ready. Well, everybody has to go through that steps of being ready. That's why sometimes it's so difficult. And like you said, we're not here in the convincing industry, right? We're here, sharing our opportunity and the benefits we know that come with this business. But it's definitely different for everybody, and it depends on the level of readiness that the person has. And we've been, walking this path already for a certain time, and we've seen it all. We've seen it, people who are ready from day one, and people who are ready along the way, right? As when they see that everybody's advancing and they're not. And it's not a question of comparing, because everybody's journey is different. My journey is not as Cristina, because we do not do the same activities. We don't have the same way of working, and nobody will have the same way of working that I do or that Cristina has. So we can't compare ourselves with anybody. But we do see that people take action and they progress, they advance. So as long as you don't do that action, you don't do anything, you can't claim that you're not progressing, because it only takes that one decision to make a change. But exactly. I really liked what you said. Yeah.
The one thing that I keep listening, you mentioned Nandini's, and that's one of the benefits that this business provides. Because there's one thing about learning how to be a digital business owner, but then there is a different part that is many times ignored, and that is the mindset. You need to work on your mindset, and these are just simple steps that really anyone can do, and it's not really tied to a business. Just decide on one book. Is it the Gap in the Gain, or is it the Power of One More? Just get that book and read it over and over and over again. Have your mind, like, be in that space where you're going to learn something, and that makes you stay plugged in. Because that is huge mindset. And when we always say, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. The teacher for us is our training platform. We have everything that anyone can need. You just have to be ready, or how Les Brown says, willing, coachable, and hungry, right? To be ready to absorb what this platform offers.
Absolutely. That's the second time this morning. Actually, it's already 3:00, but I had a session with my therapist this morning, and she said exactly that. When the student is ready, the teacher will come. She said exactly the same thing, and it's totally it applies the same, right? When the person is ready, they're going to take that action to change. And it happened to me so many times that, like you say, you pick a book or you pick an audiobook. I listen to a lot of audiobooks because I travel a lot for my work. So instead of, just listening to the radio, which honestly, music today is not what it used to be. So that's me. And then the news, and then, the empty subjects that they talk on the radio. No, I'm like done with that. I can't put any of that in my brain anymore. So I dig into the podcast. I listen to many, but there's one that I've listened so many times. But it's not because you're going to listen to it once that you're going, oh, okay, this is easy to apply. Let's make a change. Let's do this. We're starting today. It takes practice. It takes practice because you're used to doing something for so many years in a certain way. It doesn't take just one try to change it all, right? Your mind will want to change, but your body is used to behaving in a certain way. So as soon as you make the body do something different, it's gonna notice it right away, and it's gonna want to pull you back to what you used to be. So it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of awareness, that we talk about that a lot in our business, until you actually can make your body follow what the brain wants to say, right? Or wants to make you do. So it's okay if it doesn't come on the first, it doesn't come on the third, it doesn't come on the fourth time that you actually apply something. But the consistency is where it's gonna happen. You cannot not be consistent. You have to be consistent in everything. Like in our business, right? We have this platform where we show up and we can do it and we can progress during time. We are here since 2016. Our business, the online platform, exists from 2016. If there hasn't been consistency along these years, this business wouldn't exist anymore. So a lot of people put everything that had to be put out there so that we can, remain over time. And then everybody that comes to take benefit of this business has to do the same thing. But and anybody can do it, right? Because it's a business that's created for anybody to be able to apply, regardless of your background, technical skills, because you have them provided in our business. Everything is going to be provided for you. So, Cristina, today is Thursday, actually. And every Thursday and Tuesdays we have our workshops. So what would you tell people that are looking for something, from knowing what you have gone through on your business journey until today, knowing that this is not a get rich quick, of course, it needs your time, your effort, and there's a learning process. What would you tell people that they can expect from registering in our funnels and getting the information?
That's an excellent question. Before I answer that, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Marco, for watching us. You are definitely right. Consistency is the key to success in all aspects of life. And I will also add discipline, right? It's being that disciplined enough to stay consistent. So thank you so much, Marco, for that. And now coming back to your question, without any regrets, I can tell you that this is the best business that I have tapped my toes in, because like I mentioned, I started and I stopped 5 different businesses until I decided that this is it. We have the best community in, you mentioned that it might seem that we're so isolated, but we have the best community. We not only meet online, we meet offline as well. We're going to meet in San Diego soon. We might meet in Italy. Some other people were just in Australia. We are global. We are a global business. So that's the one thing. The other thing is it can be done from the convenience of your home, and you choose your time. Now, you cannot just pray for it and meditate on it and the results will show, because that's not what this business is all about. And if this is what you think the business is, feel free to disconnect, because it's not it. It takes some learning. But Jim Rohn always said, the minute you stop learning, you die, because all your brain cells just slowly die. So you constantly want to learn, and this platform, this business offers you the platform where you can do that. Over 5 years, I think I've spent around 50,000 on training before realizing the gold pot that we have on our platform. And so you need a training about mindset, you got it. You need training about Facebook, you got it. You need training about TikTok, LinkedIn, you name it, you've got it. And if it's not there, we have leaders that are willing to listen to you. So many things got added. Like I'm sure that you can also attest to that. From the moment you started this business to where it got to right now, and we're constantly evolving because we're not stopping there. And again, if you let me talk, I'm gonna keep talking and talking. To me, this is the best platform that I found. I have a community. I feel like I belong. I have a platform that teaches me the skills that I might not know, and I see results that I have not seen in all my other businesses. That's my point of view, and I stick to it.
Yes, no, and one thing to leverage here is we speak completely different languages, although we were doing our business in English and in our mother languages. But and I like to say this because when I started, English was the only opportunity. So if I didn't know English, I couldn't, jump in. I could, but I mean, there was no tool that I had that would help me if I wouldn't understand anything. Today, we have the business completely. The platform are completely in many different languages. In your case, you have your platform in Romanian. If anybody who comes in the business doesn't speak a word of English, and we have it for us in Spanish if somebody doesn't speak a word of of English. And how incredible is that? And it's good that you touched on the thing on the point that you've done other businesses before, because for many people the first approach to a business is through our platform. So they have a lot of questions, which are okay, but if there's somebody like you that comes with a background of having tried many different things, is going to understand the potential right away. But that's okay if you do or if you don't. The only thing is, and I always invite people to stay open-minded, because until the day you decide to start the business, you're not engaged in anything. You registering our funnels there's no cost. Watching the workshops, at the only moment that you decide to advance is if you take an opportunity of the 30-day risk-free and pay the $149, which even at that point you have no risk, because you have 30 days to fully comprehend all the information that is going to be given to you. Come into our community of more than are we 250,000 already? I think we're close. Business owners around the world that are using our platform. So, and even if you don't resonate with the business model, you can ask for a refund with no question asked, and you're going to leave with a lot of information and your money. So there's no engagement on anything until the day you decide to start. And even at that, it's everybody's own business. So we mentor, we coach you, but we can't do it for you. So, and it's the same for us, right? We're here because we're here. Not anybody's doing it for us. So thank you so much, Cristina. I don't know if you want to say any last words. I think we covered a lot.
I do think that we covered a lot, and I just want to say the best time to join this business was yesterday. The next best time is today. Just like Juli mentioned, there is zero risk for you. So what are you waiting for? Thank you.
Thank you, Cristina. Have a great day. Thank you so much.